New launch prices are hitting an all-time high. 9 out of 10 buyers told us the same thing.
Prices are so high, it's so scary to enter. How do we know we can safely exit in the future?
In contrast, buying a resale condo seems like a wiser move. Bigger space at a much lower entry price. But what if we told you the resale market is also at an all-time high? Buyers are paying record price for all the resale condos. And here's the scary part. Some of these units could be almost impossible to resell in the future due to older layouts and inferior design. We have seen it happen. One of our clients once stretched his budget and paid a record price for a resale condo, thinking it was a safe investment. Fast forward a few years later, when he tried to sell his unit, buyers after buyers walked away. The same feedback came back again and again.
This layout feels so awkward. The space don't match what's on the paper.
Now imagine that happening to you. You fight tooth and nail to secure a condo at a record price today, only to discover in 8 to 10 years time down the road, future buyer don't even want it. That's the hidden danger that you don't see. And in this video, we're going to look at 2 case studies, one in Toa Payoh and the other one in the Queenstown area. Make sure you watch to the end because you know exactly what to avoid and how to buy the one that future resale buyer will fight for. First of all, let's take a look at the current property market trend. As of recording, we're in the final quarters of 2025 and we're witnessing all the new launches hitting record price across all the regions. The bar has been raised once again. In the OCR, projects in the Lentor cluster are transacting at around 2003 PSF, with some record breakers like Chuan Park and Alta crossing 2007 PSF. In the RCR, the average has already climbed to about 2008 PSF, with new launches like Mayor Blue, OMG and Promenade Peak all pushing past the $3,000 mark. And finally, in the CCR region, we are looking at an average of roughly 3001 PSF. At the top end, projects such as River Green, Robertson Opus and Wharton House are hitting 3005 PSF and beyond. Since new launches are so expensive, prices are way higher than the resale options. Why do people still rush in and snap up everything? The Orie sold 88%, Lentor Central sold 93%, Lindenwood sold 94%, River Green sold 88%, Springleaf Residence sold 92% on the launch day. So what's happening? Is there not enough supply? Interest rate dropping below 2%? FOMO? 还是中多多? No, just kidding. Let's be real, when it comes to future exit, layout and functionality will always trump everything else for resale buyer. And that directly affects your ability to command a higher price compared to other units. We have seen units facing the highway, on low floors, even right beside the car park or far from MRT, yet they still manage to sell well. Why? Because the layout and functionality makes sense for the buyer. Resale buyers are willing to compromise a little bit as long as the overall layout and functionality meets their family needs. So if you're looking to buy or upgrade to a resale condo thinking that it's a safer and cheaper option, be very careful. You need to be highly selective because buying into the wrong product could leave you stuck in years to come. Or you can take an easier path, upgrade into a harmonized product, something newer, more efficient, and improved version of what came before.
So before we go into case studies, I will explain what exactly is harmonization and a brief timeline of URS condominium regulations in Singapore over the past 25 years. We think that this is very important to you as there are key shifts that have shaped how condos have designed, built, and currently marketed. So if you look at this infographic here, you realize that planter box, bay windows, voids, and aircon latch were included in your strata area in the past. However, in 2023, a new harmonization ruling came in. We already clarified rules around GFA and strata area computation. Voids and certain strata spaces were removed from the strata calculation. This was major milestone because for decades there has been discrepancy between how GFA and strata area were measured. Since mid-2024, newly built condos are post-harmonized as it excludes aircon latch, voids, and large planter boxes in the strata space. While it may slightly reduce the strata space footage on paper, this enhanced trust in the market pushes for more practicality, livable designs. So in short, harmonization is a regulation to protect you as a consumer from overpaying and provide transparency to all of us.
The first case study we'll be looking at is in the Toa Payoh area. We chose this area because we noticed some interesting trend in this area. It illustrates how condo design have evolved over the years. From older generation layouts to the latest modern concept, each state improvement has shaped buyers' decision. And it's so good that buyers are willing to pay a premium for it. Over here, we'll find a unique mix of older resale condos alongside the newest launch. The price gap between them is striking, almost like day and night. Let's dive deeper into what's driving this phenomenon. First on the list, we have Oleander Tower, which is more than 25 years old, one of the oldest condo in this area. All the 3-bedroom units are more than 1,000 square feet in size, currently transacting at around $1.7 to $1.8 million. I brought one of my clients to view 2 units here. On paper, 1141 square feet looks big, right? The unit has everything a family wants: a storeroom, enclosed kitchen, yard, utility, and 3 decent-sized bedrooms. However, the drawback comes from irregular shaped living hall, planter box, and the awkward corners in one of the common bedrooms. They said,
It's not that bad actually, at this kind of price point, but it doesn't feel so right either.
So then, we move on to view other units in the neighbouring project. If you look at Trevista, all the 3-bedroom units here are sized above 1,000 square feet, currently transacting at around 2.25 million to 2.47 million. This is a classic layout where you have 3 decent-sized bedroom, household shelter, and closed kitchen. The overall design and layout are squarish and highly functional. But if we zoom in closely, you'll notice that there are so many bay windows around in all the bedrooms, balcony, as well as both bathrooms. Well, we don't know the exact figure, but we can safely assume that all the bay windows took up about 10% or more of the total usable space in that unit. Now, if we do the math, minus 10 to 12% off the original size, the actual livable space would be approximately 980 square feet at a price tag of $2.25 million for a 13-year-old project.
My client said, not too bad. Is there anything better?
来了. Let's explore the newest one, Gem Residences. However, there was an issue here. Gem Residences has very little supply on the bigger 3-bedroom with utility room. Most of the available listings for sale are the 3-bed 2-bath compact version without the storeroom, all asking around the $2 to $2.2 million mark. This is what a 936 square feet compact layout looks like. Overall, the unit is squarish with minimal wasted space plus an enclosed kitchen. And one of the things that we absolutely love is the landscape living and dining. However, Gem Residences is not a harmonized product, which means the AC latch is part of your total GFA. If we do the math, minus 7% off the original size, the actual livable space would be approximately 870 square feet at a price tag of $2 million to $2.2 million without a storeroom. Do you think it's worth it? Finally, we went to check out the Orie. The 3-bedroom come in 3 different sizes, 850, 1023 and 1044. Before that, my client thought 850 square feet for a 3-bedroom unit was too small. Indeed, it looked smaller on paper, but when we saw the actual model, the space felt so open, so efficient and practical. My client and I looked at each other and said, hey, this is actually way bigger than it looks. Same thing here with the 1023 square feet 3-bedroom premium that comes with a household shelter. The space felt so much bigger than all the previous resale condo that we have seen earlier. No op shades, no wasted space, no extra large balcony, no bay windows, and AC latch are non-strata thanks to harmonization. And the best part is the quantum. 850 square feet was starting from $2.09 million and the average price was $2.38 million. 1023 starting from $2.49 million and the average price was $2.73 million. And right there, it clicked for my client. What they feel inside the unit matters more than what's written on the paper. They were more than happy to pay a premium for a brand new, improved version of the past design because every dollar spent was for the actual livable space. And more importantly, they will be in a much stronger position than all the competitors when it comes to future exit. If you find this kind of breakdown useful, like the video, hit subscribe button and turn on notification. We'll be sharing more real case study like this to help you make smarter property decisions. In addition, feel free to reach out to us for other property related questions. Thanks in advance. Let's go back to the videos.
So this is not just a Toa Payoh thing, we are seeing same pattern across Singapore. Let's zoom into Queenstown, another prime area where buyers are always comparing resale versus new launches. Take a look at this diagram with various condos in the vicinity. Older resale condo here face the same issues. Wasted space, outdated layout, and sellers are holding firm at record high prices. We'll start with the oldest all the way to the newest. And first on the list, we have Queens TOP from more than 20 years ago and Alexis TOP from the last decade. Both of these 3-bedroom layouts are rather squarish with no odd corners, but as we can see, the red dots represent the bay window which eats into the actual livable space. All the bedrooms come with a bay window and the one in Alexis toilet also has a bay window, and there is also a planter box marked in green. Back then, no one questioned as they were the norm. Almost every condo had these features, and next in line we have Commonwealth Towers and Queen's Peak. This is where things become interesting. Commonwealth Tower is an older project, but it is commanding the same price as its lower counterpart. So what's going on? At first glance, both layouts are squarish and functional with minimal wasted space. However, when we examine deeper, here's where it made all the differences for the resale buyers. Queen's TwinSpeak does not come with an enclosed kitchen and both common bedrooms can only fit a single size bed. Keep in mind, there was no harmonization. The XL size aircon ledge and the balcony are part of the total GFA. So are you truly living in a 1000 square feet home? And in contrast, the unit layout in Commonwealth Tower comes with 3 decent sized bedrooms, able to fit a queen size bed at least, plus an enclosed kitchen, yard and utility room. This configuration is perfect for family occupation. However, one thing here I wish could be better would be the size of the balcony. It's kind of a little excessive, but nonetheless, it's still a very decent and popular layout among resale buyers and HDB upgraders. Comment below which layout will you go for, the newest one in Queen Bed or the older one in Commonwealth Tower. So next, we're going to look at one of the newest projects in the area. Let's start with Margaret Ville. A 915 square feet unit comes with a super small kitchen, no storeroom, one of the common bedrooms is smaller, only able to fit a single bed and excessive balcony space. So currently, listings on the market are asking for 2.2 million. Do you think it's worth it? On the right is Stirling Residences, one of the most profitable condos in Singapore. 1,550 square feet, 3 bed, 3 bath, with storeroom, close to perfection for family upgraders. The only drawback is the excessive balcony and aircon ledge, which eats into your total GFA. If you minus 7% off based on harmonization, the 155 square feet will now become a 980 square feet unit. So what's the takeaway here? What looks cheaper in the resale market doesn't always mean better value. And when it comes to time to resell, future buyers will always choose efficiency and practicality over inflated square footage. From these examples and case studies we have shown, the layout, configuration, and the rules has been changing and optimizing to better meet the needs of the consumers. We're not saying that buying into any of these resale options is wrong and the new launch is the only way. But if you're buying with the resale value in mind, these inefficiencies will hurt you even more down the road. Don't even get me started on the entry price disparity between you as a resale buyer and the first owners. So this is where you want to consider the upcoming new launch like Penrith. Unlike the surrounding resale condos, Penrith is a project harmonization ruling that makes it just not a new condo but the future resale-proof condo. Here's why future resale buyers will fight for it. They want real, usable space, not wasted aircon ledges and voids. They want fair comparisons. Penrith layouts are standardized and transparent. They want transparency, and Penrith delivers that in every unit. It aligns with the URI policy's direction, efficiency, transparency, and livable. And when it's your turn to sell, the exit will be faster and resale buyers are willing to pay for a premium because of the above reasons.
Your real danger is paying record price for the wrong kind of units, one that future resale buyer won't value. We saw it in Toa Payoh, we saw it again in Queenstown, and that's why you should seriously consider projects like Penrith or other harmonized products because they're built to be future resale proof. So before you upgrade, don't just ask yourself, can I afford this today? Or is this the cheapest? New launch too expensive, resale are cheaper. The correct question you should be asking is, will the next buyer fight to own my units tomorrow? Because at the end of the day, property isn't about what you pay today, it's about what someone else is willing to pay you in the future. And trust me, future resale buyer will want this. You saw the layout from Stirling Residences. Imagine now it becomes harmonized, further optimized, and roll out in the upcoming project like Penrith. Highly likely we can expect 90% sold out or more on the official booking day. Last but not least, if you're planning on your next move, whether it's an upgrading or investment purchase, here's what we offer in our one-to-one consultation. We'll run through your exact numbers, financing, and whether resale or new launch option makes more sense for you. But don't wait, because by the time you're ready, the opportunity might be long gone. Contact us today and we'll make sure you get clarity on your plan and the certainty to move forward. That's it for this video. See you in the next one.